You guys know Pete Davidson, right?
Yes.
Rumored to be with Kaya Gerber, all those things. Okay, well, he has come up with a new way to deal with political correctness by not performing at colleges. So Paper Magazine asked him about being a comic in a world that's so hypersensitive these days, and he said, quote, "It makes doing college shows really hard. I refuse to do a college after this year because you're just setting yourself up for trouble. Comedy is getting destroyed. Stand-up's about to be about sneakers," meaning like it's about to be nothing because you can't talk about anything anymore. So I want to know, and especially from you, Lonnie, what do you think about Pete's solution?
Well, first of all, colleges, because I perform a lot of them.
Yeah.
Thing about colleges is it's like doing comedy on daytime talk. Everybody's sober.
Oh, I never thought of that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's sober. Plus, they're also students, so they're stressed out. They're not really, their mind isn't really on the actual comedy show. So it's a whole different type of environment and situation.
Yeah.
I think that the best thing is because Pete is on SNL. Y'all have to remember, SNL, not in his business, but they don't pay a lot. So colleges pay a lot of money.
Tens of thousands.
I would not get out of it. What I would do is I would adjust my comedy for the college because that's too much money on the table that he leaving. I wouldn't do that.
I like that you said that. Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of respect the fact that he knows that he's so blue. That's what they call it, right?
Uh-huh.
Comedy is blue when it's a little more raw and a lot of curse words.
Edgy.
Yeah.
Edgier. That he's so blue that he says, that's not for me because I know that I can't be responsible for the things that come out of my mouth.
Yeah. Know your lane. Know what you're
yeah, he
capable
knows
of.
it.
I wouldn't let that money up. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm with you.
But do you? But Lonnie,
I do have a question for you, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Being on a talk show now and in the past, I do feel like there's a different climate right now. Do you feel that you can't get away with certain things now than you did back then? And how do you navigate that as a whole?
The thing is, it's a bigger audience. So when you're dealing with a bigger audience, you're gonna have some hits and some misses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing about political correctness is I think a lot of people nowadays are becoming way too sensitive about stuff.
That was
they're way too sensitive. And we're losing our sense of humor. In the country.
Isn't that the point of comedy? The point of comedy, the shtick is to make fun of people, things, and situations, and it kind of gets us out of our,
it makes it
our seriousness and just,
exactly.
lighten things up. But now I feel like you can't even do that. People get upset with every little thing that you say, and as a performer, that's gotta be hindering.
Well, I'm
sometimes,
sure that happens to you guys
It
even
gets in the
on
way
this
of your
show.
flow.
Like,
Oh,
how do you guys deal with that? Because they could take one word and twist it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
How do you guys deal with that? Like,
I've kind of gotten used to it, and
do you
just
respond or no?
Sometimes I do. It has to be worth it.
Yeah.
But I feel
That's
like
good.
you just have to own your truth.
Yes.
So
yes, you have to own
I
your truth.
said it.
And you also have to own when you've said things that is not okay. Like, I've definitely been in situations where I've said things and I thought it came out a certain way, but it didn't, and that's not okay ever. And it's a learning moment.
Yeah.
But I also do think, and tell me, Lonnie, this is just my opinion as a patron, as a person who watches a lot of stand-up and stuff. I think that certain things should be. I think they're too out of bounds, and I think that they're dated. I think if you make fun of anybody from the LGBTQ community, it's lame, and I think that you're dusty. You actually don't have more clever ways to just make fun of things we see, and I don't think some people should be targeted. I also think certain stereotypes, like, you gotta be careful because you can be creative. Like, yes, some Asians can't drive. I am one of them. Yes.
See, you can make.
I'm black. I can't drive.
Right.
See, but then you got to have a way to normalize, or equalize it, so it's not just target.
You can tell. The thing is that just like we make black and white jokes, everybody on this table makes black and white jokes on this, but it just depends on how you do it. Yeah, it just depends on how you do it. And the thing is, for me personally, I never try to say something that's hateful. Any joke that I've said on this show has been said out of love. It's not out of hate. But people just have to loosen up. And the thing is, we all adjust, we all evolve. Comedy is evolving. That's what you see with the LGBT jokes. It's like now, 10 years ago, it was cool. Now it's not cool. And so we will keep evolving as a country.
And that's your own responsibility.